Umwangalia na macho zingine
What doing here? Misikia market.
Amekuangalia like you're not in a woman for 25 years.
Just let it happen. Don't fight it.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition of the Kissing Annie podcast.
Yeah. And today we have all the way from Tanzania.
Yeah.
Hamis Mdee in the building. Superstar, comedic genius. And he's now in Kenya.
Yes.
Doing comedies.
You guys,
I always see his videos on TikTok. He's killing it.
yeah, Mazo, this guy is a
Shout out to you, Mazo.
nigga.
Thank you.
And also we have Mr. Showman himself, Mr. Comedy Specials,
Fixing the nation.
Mr. Big Rooms of 5,000 people and above. Ngachira in the building. You guys.
Thank you for having us, Manu.
Karibuni sana.
Thank you.
Fresh from NTV, ama?
Just another day, just another day.
Leo jamaa paka alikuwa amepiga nywele. Die you guys.
You gotta do it. Check it. Ongeza bro.
I was really zooming in on my phone.
Lakini Manu, unajua ilibidi afanye hiyo kitu leo asubuhi. Unajua ndio ikuwe fresh on TV.
Oh yeah.
Check we, itabidi umefungua hiyo kinyozi 6 bro. Na ingia interview 7. Acha hizo.
Yeah.
Ungenipata pale nikifia
Anatoa mse geometric bump. Oh, there's a thing they wake and then it's
protect on your forehead, man. It's like, what the hell is
this? Wanapiga outline sasa.
Then they start writing math there.
Unashanga mbona unakaa tofauti saa hizi.
And then but the hair will still start from here. Regardless of that kitu was so embarrassing.
But how was the show though?
It was good. They'd call me talk about like governance and policy.
Politics.
And I only wanted to pop to fix my show. Talk about my show, happening on the 5th of July, whenever you're watching this Saturday. Yeah, it's gonna be called Millennial In Denial.
Yeah.
I'm having this guy.
Tanzania.
Yeah.
We're having Kotilda from Uganda.
Nice.
Representing. We're gonna have Mr. Doug Mutai hosting. Yeah. Yeah, and of course your boy George Waweru will be in the house.
KK also will be.
KK, he will also be there on his guitar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we don't know if George woke up today because we looked for him and everything. But you guys know George. Akiamua ameboeka.
Yeah.
That's on you niggas, man.
I tried to call him and no, he didn't pick.
Even actually, we tried calling him today. He was like, I just knew this guy.
Actually, he said he wants to sleep early tonight because of your show, Kesho.
Then he should.
That guy has even sacrificed his sexual desires for you guys. Jackie babe, niko na show kesho na time na Hamis Mdee. No.
Babe wake hata amefika kwake utawala.
Sijana mtu akifanya spam retention juu ya 15 minutes. Juu ya set ya 15 minutes. Check wacha tu nifanye. Wacha ni hold my seed. I need to be prepared.
So Hamisi, karibu sana to this podcast, brother.
Thank you very much, my guy.
Habari ya Tanzania. Last time you guys on the news, maze things were thick.
What happened? What did you hear?
I heard some
very
terrible stories, you guys.
I
was wondering. Alleged.
Mlitesa mtu wetu na mdo Uganda mazi.
No. Sinyi mnasemaga wa Tanzania were very nice. Were very polite. Samahani. Pole. Naomba. So yeah, I mean,
so it's just some rumors swirling around. Huh?
Rumors, and even if maybe there was consent, you don't know. Inawezekana anyway, okay. I still
your platform is an abuser.
No, but that stuff actually was worrisome because I was wondering if I'll be able to go to TZ. You know the way these things start small and then they become.
It becomes.
Yeah.
No, me, I welcome you. Open arms. Karibu sana.
Is it something you thought about when you were coming here?
It is actually for the first time because I've been here a couple of times. Lakini this time I had to text my boys. Nikaa nauliza, guys, is it safe to come? Do you guys feel any way about Tanzanians? Maybe I didn't do anything. For real, I didn't do anything. But is it safe? Like, well, Joe, we don't care about you guys. You guys, we underlook the. Can I even say we underestimate how good you guys are at everything that you do? In my as an outsider. So you think kwamba Kenyans are worried about us? No, Kenyans are worried about other things.
Oh, for real.
You come here, Kenyans don't even care who you are. Oh yeah, here. Ah, nice. We'll take care of you. Yeah, we'll take care of you. There's a Uber driver when I arrived on Tuesday. Because this is actually the first time nimekuja by bus.
Yeah.
I've never been to Nairobi.
Oh, okay.
From Dar es Salaam.
All right.
Salaam,
yeah.
Okay.
So
15 hours for barabara.
so I take an Uber to where I'm staying, and the guy akaniuliza because he can tell my Swahili is different. Akaniuliza wewe mtu wa coast? I was like, no, from Dar es Salaam. Wewe ni kijana wa Samia? Nikamwambia akasema,
did your butt start clenching?
Bro, you know,
check this guy's butt. Check
is not the first reaction.
when he said wewe ni kijana wa Samia, and then he locked the doors. Nikasema
We need to talk.
And I was like, yeah, my guy. He goes, okay. Yeah. Then all he said was, make sure Sabasaba isikukute hapa.
No.
That's what he said. And then I said, oh, okay, basi I'll make sure I leave on Sunday.
No, that guy's lying. Sabasaba has nothing to do with you.
Of course, but he said just make sure.
He was telling him, I'm going to find you on Sabasaba.
Hey,
It's like the purge. Like everything is going to be legal that day.
on that day, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
You know?
Check, I'm gonna find you on Sabasaba. Alafu.
Takuchora saba.
Tabiro uchore saba. But Ty, do you think, did you feel any type of way about going to TZ during that time?
No, me like TZ. It only felt awkward when I did political jokes in TZ. Like you could feel it was.
All right.
Yeah, there's a weird tension when.
What were you talking about?
That joke I do about how like freedom of expression, and then Uganda is like this and it's like this.
Yeah.
Then I end up with like a presidential first term. There's a joke I do about. Hey, Maze did that joke, Maze ya kucheketa ma president. Kimya ki.
Damn.
Yeah.
We don't.
So now nikarudi kwa. So I was dating this girl.
Hapo sawa.
The political joke was like.
You guy.
Yeah.
So you guys, as a rule, you don't do political jokes?
No, you can. Basically, there's no rule that says don't do them. But you know
yes,
it's not,
as in an unspoken rule.
Not really. I think every comedian tries to find a way. So it's up to you, man. If you can maneuver that situation,
if you can tread the line, right?
If not, then just avoid it. Because
you don't know, telling me in Arusha, Mazee,
I was with Clayton Sosa.
Oh yeah,
I went to Arusha and
he
came to Nairobi, and then he was telling me a time where I think he was making fun of like mkuu wa mkoa, or like a governor or something, like
CPC.
Yeah, basically. And then I think like by the time he was getting off stage, like he was escorted into like a police car.
For real, you guys?
Yeah, his dad is the one who like removed him from the jail because I think he works for the government.
But it's here's you can talk about the government as long as it's good.
That's polite.
So if the joke is on the knee,
as long as it's good, Kwanza I'd like to say kwamba Tanzania is one of the best countries in East Africa.
The government is
I've always believed in our leaders, and I continue to be a strong believer. I'm here representing us, telling the world that we are okay, guys.
Of course.
But you guys, if you want to know, like if you're a tourist, like you've toured all the beaches and all those other places, and now you want to tour the jails, you can go with some political jokes.
One, just
Samia Suluhu ushaikwa.
Chadema hoye.
So guys will laugh, but now you'll also laugh in jail, you guys. Cheki ako wapi ule wa comedy?
Alafu ni ile Chadema hoye.
You think you're funny, Joe. Kuja.
And how about the big artists? Because most of them, I see them singing praises of the...
Yeah, it's what I said. As long as you're saying something nice about the government, you're safe. Yeah.
Do they get paid or they just donate their beats? Have you ever seen those songs like they remix popular songs?
Of course they get paid.
They get paid, yeah. I mean, it's not to say that they wouldn't do it,
for free.
This is clearly someone who's planning to start a live in Tanzania.
No, they get paid. The truth is they get paid because some of them are not into politics. So obviously they know these guys are influential. We need them to help us push this. Yeah, they work with them. Yeah.
So how are we getting Diamond off this topping all the charts, you guys, Masa? I remember in TZ, remember those days when Bongo was spread?
Yeah.
Like there was Professor J,
TID,
Mr. Nice,
TID, Mr. Blue.
And then Uda Jamaa alikuja akawafunika what? Yeah, that's a problem, don't you think?
Hata Alikiba ndio ngangana kidogo na Mbosso lakini
wapi?
Alikiba gave up on the.
No, Alikiba at least you see he fights, like he tries. He's not an irrelevant artist,
Yeah.
Anajulikana Kenya vizuri.
Yeah.
And then Maina and Kingangi love him.
Oh, they
oh my God, guys, Alikiba is coming. And then
One of the best artists to come out of the East Africa region.
he's a performer. He's a dancer.
This guy.
Oh my! It's not until you've had Alikiba. Daniada.
Let's play it again.
Let's play another one.
This is a radio.
Yeah, he's our biggest radio guy. He's called Maina Kageni.
Oh, okay.
He's a big fan.
So why do you think Diamond has been reigning like this, Maz?
Bro, in Swahili tunasema nyota. Kila mtu ana nyota yake.
So jamaa anajua Pastor Ezekiel.
Because here's the thing. If you look at it from like pure talent or vocals or any, he's not the most talented. But there's just something that people like about him.
But he's hardworking.
He's one of the hardest working.
Very hardworking.
And also it's that story of maybe like everyone could relate with him being from a poor background, singing about being from Bagala at that point.
Bagala is a poor place.
Yeah, it's one of those,
It's like say Moranga.
Is it? I don't know.
Oh, shut up.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's that.
Okay, is it a province by itself or is it a place in Dar?
It's a place in Dar.
It's a place in Dar. Or it's in Dar es Salaam.
Yeah.
Kibira, maybe.
Oh yeah.
So maybe there's that relatability. Like in Ipia, he's good at staying relevant. So the artists to stay true to their craft, and then there are these hoes that just go everywhere. So Diamond today is singing a love song, tomorrow it's a piano, tomorrow it's this. If you look at it realistically, he doesn't have a style, like he's in tune with this one thing. It's not like who's this? There's a guy called J Melody now who's also popping. You know what he's about.
Yeah.
Diamond is all over the place.
Is he part of the Diamond staple?
No.
He's new.
What do you mean? As in,
Is he part of Wasafi?
no, he's not part of Wasafi.
Oh,
the only person left in Wasafi now is Diamond's wife, Zuchu. Yeah.
And how about Jukes?
Jukes is just a friend of his.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're just buddies.
But when you say that he does different things, like see, all Bongo songs are about love.
Most of them.
Yeah.
But I mean in terms of genre.
Okay.
It's like us comedians.
Yeah.
We will choose today political jokes, tomorrow relationships, tomorrow. So there's artists who stay true to one genre. Diamond will do all of them, bro.
But I think he also really wants it.
He wants
to be the best.
The hard work is there. That you cannot deny. That is visible. The guy is a hustler, basically. The only thing failing him is the English, but in terms of everything else, yeah.
But then did you see that interview? I think it has gone viral. Like me, I saw that interview and I thought maybe the reason the PA, is it the PA or the publicist?
Yeah.
Was like she was not aware of the interview. That's the feeling I got. But now I'm seeing it was about the questions being asked about.
Yeah.
Like was it the nature of the question or just because Diamond was stumbling over the English?
I think because I also saw the interview. To be honest, I think they know that he has weaknesses.
Yeah.
And English is one of them. So they need to make sure he's well prepared to
But to be honest, why is it such a big deal?
Just get a translator.
Yeah, just vibe it.
Diamond is one of the biggest. Like he outsells American artists on Spotify
man.
over and over. And then like some random blogger on the street will come and like you don't know. No, you speak Swahili.
Fuck you nigga. No, fuck you nakwambia fuck you nigga. Manake
I think it's funny for us East Africans to laugh, but the overall picture is like, why would we even?
But it's that thing where we are also not confident in our own. Because I know what you mean. Even football players, you won't see Messi trying to speak English. You'll speak his own language.
Even our athletes.
So it's just that thing where he also wants to, I guess, because I'm sure someone must have said, "Yo, can't you
stop that?"
I think it's a chip on his shoulder, I guess, because when they were doing what's Young Rich Famous?
Young Rich and Africa.
Young Rich Africa something, and then he was like, when he was asked, he said, "I'm 31st."
Yes.
Remember when that? So how old are you?
Okay.
I'm 31st
years old.
I'm turning 31st.
So he's wearing $1 million watch.
He actually
no,
said.
he's not. His good English is not good. So he's been. I think he's been really trying to work on it. Yeah. Because I think the level of artist he wants to be, he sees all those artists speaking English. So I think he realized that Tanzania is big but not big enough for who he wants to be.
These guys kina nani? Do they speak pidgin? Kina this guy. African giant, what's his name?
Burna Boy.
Burna Boy.
Yeah, those guys. Do they speak good English?
But no, Nigerians.
But Burna Boy generally speaks
Nigerians
good
can
English.
speak English.
It does, yeah, they can. Yeah.
But
They,
some
they choose
are
to
not.
speak pidgin in the songs, but they go to school and every day and they speak. You know, our what it's different. This guy's English is a subject after in secondary. Maybe for primary English, then we have Kiswahili as a subject. They have English as a subject.
Yeah, but may think going forward, maze ukimpata maze umwambie bana yeye ongee tu Kiswahili bana.
Yeah, I've met him once. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to speak to him about that on that day.
There was not enough time.
There was not enough time. Me, just a day. Can we take a picture?
And while we're on this picture, just make sure. Just
Next time,
Next
next time when you're in here, please speak your language.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
I don't know. No, you can keep the video. You can keep the video.
Yeah.
But are these guys that rich? Am I it's posing like that Jukes guy? Eh?
No.
Maze that guy is always taking. Ushaona pejo Jukes.
Yeah.
Damn, these guys look freaking rich.
See, he recently got married or something.
Yeah,
like a very
to the
prestigious,
Nigerian girl, Priscilla.
prestigious wedding. Like the wedding was.
Bro, they had like
star-studded.
5, I don't even know, 5, 6, like they had a wedding and then a wedding and then I don't know what they call those things.
Yeah.
Like those parties they have.
Yeah,
bro.
They had like a
Wedding
life size,
tour, yes.
like a life size cake or something.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's like a house.
So they
Like,
did
and it's a
they,
cake.
they did a thing in Nigeria and then they came and did something in TZ as well.
So these
Yeah.
guys are this rich?
Some of them Diamond is really
Diamond
rich.
is rich.
Yeah, that's not faking. That's not. Jukes is also a businessman. He comes from a wealthy background, but he's also a businessman.
Which business, bro?
I know he has clothing. He has a clothing line.
Yeah.
Which those
It's
clothes
called-
must really being bought.
It's good.
You know, this is a hater. Hawezi amini msanii anakuwa successful.
They really have money.
Hata mimi nianze zangu.
But also, I'm like, even like booking an expensive car is still sort of
Because you know the thing
expensive, you know.
Tanzanians have over us, right?
So I'm wondering where they've gotten the money.
Tanzanians support their own.
Yeah.
Like in the set, like in Kenya.
Even Uganda.
Yeah, in Kenya you can be an artist who's big in Nairobi and not known outside of Nairobi.
All right. Sorry.
Like your people in Western don't know you. Like I was watching Kina Camp, like Sauti Sol. I was watching an interview. They were like, when they first did Safaricom to G, the one they would go across the country. So they came after they sang Lazizi, and then they were like, Punit came on stage and they were like, Mina weka. They were like, oh snap, we need to. We just have our own niche here. Or in Kamula when they were big all over Africa,
yeah.
and then they went to Meru. They tell them all they know is swagger. Now kina nani watoke hapa tumalize tuletewe. You know?
I think the guys of crossover kina Nameless.
Yeah.
This guy was an MP now.
Yeah,
This guy was-
Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yeah, but see, for them it's very deliberate. So I think Tanzania, what I like about them is like, even if you don't know that artist, by the time you know an artist from Tanzania, they know that.
They're already rich from
Yeah,
home
like
ground.
like they kutoka mikoani to the mijini, they like Diamond is a celebrity.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy when even men will literally go out of their way to jump him in the streets or something like that.
All right.
Because the celebrities we line up in queues with, we're going to get a new SIM card at Airtel or Vodacom. We just stand with them in line. Diamond cannot be seen walking like this.
Whether he wants it or whether he wants it
He
or
can't,
not.
like,
right?
it's real. People will just flood him. It's that hectic.
That's Snoop Dogg saying, hey, this is an African Michael Jackson, man.
Yeah.
Bro, and you've seen the videos on online when he does the shows, he fills people up and that stuff is real. I've never seen that. It's rare also.
Yeah,
That's why tunasema nyota. Nyota.
Kenya we don't have that level of celebrity who cuts across that well,
Yeah.
and then can command that level of attention on the street. Like
Who comes near? Kina Sauti Sol.
BN is trying,
Yeah.
but I think the time Jaguar was closed, the time like everyone would listen to Jaguar. Kenya, our celebrities are politicians. If you want someone to stop something on a road, be a politician. When a politician rises and that's when
Okay.
yeah, but we don't yet have that level. Because Kenyans are very proud. They're very arrogant. Like they'll see that it's a guy I know I admire, but like I don't want him to think he's old.
It's the same for us. It's the same, but
But not-
not
but
Diamond.
But Diamond is like even you, you're like you lose your self-respect and pride.
Bro,
You're like,
I was that day when we met him. I was with Dale Gratias. You guys know Dale Gratias.
Yeah, shout out.
Dale never cares about anyone. You know how he is. And then Diamond is over there, and Dale goes, "We should take a picture with this." I said, "What? Wait. You know when you're so confused, like you're not the type of person to.
Yeah.
So you see the influence the man has on people. He's like that. It's rare, man. I think wale watu ambao tu God has decided to bless them with that following, and that's it.
So when you speak about Nyota, I heard this Nigeria, Tanzanian. What's her name? She's married now to like an American actor, singer, Vanessa Mdee. She was talking.
You're asking about my.
Okay. That's your ex, huh?
Not my ex. She's Mdee. I'm Mdee. That's family, bro.
I'm sorry.
Is there like Mdee clan?
What happens in
Mdee
Kenya?
Mdee.
It's Swahili, but people read it in English and they say Mdee.
Yeah.
It's the Swahili name.
So she was talking about the role of witchcraft in like the entertainment industry, like that played a role in her living. She was like she was being advised to be like, sijui enda kwa daktari. Hiyo story ya nyota, like is that like a real thing? Like unaweza ibiwa nyota, inaweza ongezwa.
So I haven't followed up much on it, but I've been told that shit is real. Not in just music, acting, music, like in everything. There is still a strong belief in that stuff.
No, I was wondering how this guy is so good at comedy.
Aliva nyota nani?
Take it.
Nyota tatu.
So there's a guy called Kisiangani. I need you to do something.
21. Can you do something for me?
They people believe in that stuff. So she's not lying about that. Yani, I also had a friend who was trying to get into acting. Sasa I don't know what she did because now she's popping. But she told me we were auditioning for a show, and she told me this industry is rough. Like people can bewitch you and all that stuff. And I was, because I'm not big on religion and witchcraft anyway, I was so confused. I'm like, but how does this work? Yeah. But they believe that stuff.
But I think it's everywhere, even in Kenya, but with politicians.
Not as strong as these guys. Because remember Vanessa Mdee, remember the girl who used to crush on all of us when we were younger, her sister Tero. Tero Mdee, the babe from Straight Up.
Yes.
Even as she found she got married to a pastor, and now these days she's just like a pastor's wife, and she does. So of course I think that influence will always be there, because you can tell that family is very religious. And Tero was way hotter, right? And we used to be like, I remember we used to just leave and come watch Straight Up to see this babe, you know.
It's a serious issue, man, in African countries, I guess.
We are a superstitious people, so I see why.
Even in South Africa, so it's legal, like
yes.
Which is it? Would you call it witchcraft?
The Sangomas.
But you can practice
tradition.
But in Kenya it's also legal. The only place it's not legal is if you use it for politics.
But in Kenya it's frowned upon.
It's
like
frowned
you
upon,
can't do it. Like I can't tell you, Kesho, I'm gonna see my local witch.
That's
but in SA you can actually.
Your Sangoma is. It's because for them those are not witches; they are medicine men.
Yes,
it's the way you frame them. You know, like even in African culture, kulikuwa na mchawi na kulikuwa na daktari. Unajua, like there was a medicine man and there was a witch doctor. You know, there was
kuna mchawi,
the nice-ish, the white. Okay. The herbalist and the witch.
There was the. I think there were seers, there were prophets.
I've never thought of this, but there's the word mchawi, there's the word mganga. Those are
mganga is ideally a good one.
Yes.
Mchawi
is the
Okay.
So man.
So wanyota ni mgani hapo? Mganga ama mchawi?
Pastor Ezekiel, bro.
Mano, you guys situnilie hii Kisiangani podcast nyota tatu.
This guy is doing research. Me, I'll look you up. Don't worry.
Watu wanahitaji nyota pekee.
When I go,
wanahitaji maze 10k subs.
Wanajaribu. Sio ujaribu.
Ati watu wanahitaji nyota.
You guys are hilarious.
Say ile for 12 Putin. Consistency, bro. Usicheke nao.
Imeandikwa hapa project consistency.
Kama tuwatafutie HD camera 4K. Watu waone venye we actually look. Unajua mimi sikaangi hivi.
Watu wanashangaa walikuwa na NTV saizi mbona unaanza kukaa downgrade. Kwani nini imehappen between asubuhi na saizi? Kitaya amepitia.
Hii kamera inakaa ni kama acha baba kwa nyuma anajiita raka. We will have
they're shooting a video.
Wait, man. So what's the state of the comedy in TZ, Mazi? How's it going? How did you get into comedy, first of all?
So maybe it was by accident, to be honest. Of course, in hindsight, you start to look back and you're like, maybe it wasn't really an accident. Like, what happened was I finished my Form 4. I don't know if you call it Form 4 here.
Yeah.
And then there's that and then there's that waiting time period where you have to choose now, are you going to A-levels or you're going to uni? So me, I was like, I'm not doing A-levels, I'm going to go to uni. And then I had to figure out I can't be sitting at home the whole day. Kwa hiyo nikasema, okay, what am I good at? I'm like, I know how to play football. Nikaanza kutafuta like places to play. Nikaa nakosa. I found one place, lakini they wanted you to be like a proper player, like to sign a contract and everything. And then I go back home and I'm thinking to myself, what else can I do? And I always make my family laugh, my friends. Maybe I should try comedy. And at that time there was no comedy clubs, but Cheka 2 was happening. So I tried to...
What's Cheka 2?
Cheka 2 is like, I could say, one of the biggest comedy platforms in TZ.
Who's hosting? Like who's the owner of the platform?
Koi Mzungu. His name is Koi Mzungu.
Yeah, they're Churchill Live.
Yes, right. It's like the Churchill. So Koi does it once a month. And I was like, let me audition for this. This is 2018. And I went there and I'm terrible. I don't know the rules. I don't know nothing about comedy. And I'm terrible. So for 3 months I would try to audition and I never got to do that. Kwa nikasema bwana, maybe it's not meant to be. I'll try it again in the future at some point. Then in 2019
ukanunua nyota.
Nikae umejuaje? 2019 nimekaa kizembezembe pale nikasema upumbavu. Waganga si wapo. Ngoja
Wesikia hiyo beat ya this anajitaje. Squeeze anavaa kabuti kubwa, kofia backwards. He won the competition.
From where? TZ?
From TZ, yeah.
Leonardo?
Leonardo, yeah. Ile hatujarogwa, si wavivu tu.
Si wavivu. Nimeongea na mganga hapa. Sema hatujarogwa, si wavivu. So like then I'm like whatever happens, man. And then there's a guy called Evans Bukuku who starts a comedy club called Punchline. And one of my friends says, yo man, there's this guy called Evans and he's willing to do comedy in English. And Cheka 2 is Swahili.
Yeah.
So I said maybe that will work for you. And that's where I started.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you just went there, you didn't audition, they just put you on stage?
No, they put me on open mic. So the first 2 shows, they did big shows. I wasn't performing, I was just watching. And then they started doing in the smaller venues. So I did open mic. I did like, my first open mic was like 1 minute or 2 minutes. And then it just went from there, man. But what I was saying ni kwamba in hindsight you start to think maybe it wasn't by accident, because apparently when I was growing up I was watching stand up and I didn't know what stand up was.
All right.
When I was in primary school there was I grew up in Eswatini, Swaziland. Mswati, King Mswati III. So I was watching this show on TV. It's a South African show called So You Think You're Funny. It's like a spin-off of So You Think You Can Dance, which is an American, I think, show. And on that show, it's comedians. It's like Last Comic Standing. Yeah. So I'm watching this thing. I don't know it's stand-up comedy. And then in grade 7, I remember my friend showed me Trevor Noah special. I'm watching. I'm laughing. I still don't understand what this is. In high school, Form 3, a guy comes to perform stand-up at my school. And he's doing stand-up and I'm looking at him. I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? Let me go watch football. Like it was always there, but I just always ignored it.
Yeah.
And then when I got into it now, I'm thinking to myself, kumbe, it's always been there somewhere. I watched on that show, So You Think You're Funny, Ndumiso Lindi was a judge. I did not know who the hell Ndumiso Lindi was. And then in 2022, I think, I performed with Ndumiso Lindi.
At the Punchline gig, right?
Yeah.
Guy's a beast.
Bro, legend. So you now think to yourself, some things are always around you, like you don't notice it until badai. Yeah.
So your, because I was wondering, your English is clean. You got it from Oko Eswatini?
Yeah, this one I didn't have to use witchcraft. This one was different.
My parents just had man.
My English is from Eswatini.
Your folks were like the consular stuff. What happened?
My mom, who is a Christian, and my father, who's a Muslim, they were married and then they divorced. When they divorced, my mother's family was in Swaziland. My grandfather was a lecturer at the University of Swaziland.
Okay.
So that's how we then moved there.
So you moved with your mom?
With my mom, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know fathers.
Time.
Yeah. Are you a father?
I'm trying.
Okay.
Results ndio shida.
Chick, imagine my periods are here
Again.
fuck.
Chick, I think it's you, it's not me.
Yeah.
Because women are not here.
So man, interesting stuff, man. Were you in? What did you think? Now let's talk about just some general stuff.
Yeah.
Were you in during COVID? You guys didn't shut down. Were you in TZ at that time?
I was, yeah.
It was just business as normal.
Business as normal.
Magufuli did the thing.
Magufuli said, that man said, hakuna kukaa ndani. Vaeni barakoa, nendeni nje huko.
But were guys even wearing masks?
Yeah, they were wearing masks.
Oh, okay.
We wore masks, but then at some point you're like...
Barakoa ni mask.
Barakoa.
No, si ndio
amekuza vaeni barakoa. Were guys wearing mask?
No, alisema, no, me I'm asking. Like he can say it, but guys don't wear it.
No, we were. That's the only thing he said we should do. And then he said not to use... medicine from outsiders. He said use the traditional
mitishamba.
Yeah, mitishamba, like
ginger garlic.
Try
The time I saw him with a pawpaw, he was saying something.
So what he did was
he was testing a pawpaw and that came positive for COVID.
That's what happened. Yeah,
he wanted to prove a point kwamba they are telling us COVID is everywhere. So let's see if it really everywhere. I'm going to test a fruit.
Na ikakuja positive.
And it came positive.
Take that pawpaw.
So the man said, if a pawpaw has COVID, what's the point?
Yeah. Even tested like a goat or something.
Yeah. Like,
for real.
His reasoning was just on that
like
level.
Basic, huh? But in retrospect, do you think it was a nice thing?
He's dead.
No, maybe that's a conspiracy.
No, I'm saying
the CIA.
I'm saying it's not a conspiracy that is dead. The why could be the conspiracy.
Yeah, okay. But okay, let's talk about the action, right?
Oh, okay.
Like action. He let guys just continue their lives.
Yeah.
So do you think, Ty, in retrospect, like he was on to something?
This is Africa. No one just dies, you know. So for us, if anything happens, we are like if I drop dead today, someone look for my enemies. Is it funny that the day before he had a special?
He had a court case.
Yeah. He had a court case.
He was in court.
Yeah. You know, like, of course, like he chose the wrong time to die.
Yeah.
But I think we should
I don't think it was a choice.
I think we should let the Tanzanian man say what the country thinks, because that's where their own conspiracy theories about it.
So the death is a different topic.
Yeah.
But the action, you're asking about the action of. I think it was a good thing because he immediately eliminated the fear that ruled the entire world. Some people were sick just because they were mentally
placebo.
Yeah, that placebo where you're just imagining this thing to be something that is not.
Yeah.
And that's why he tested the fruit. Just telling us to continue going out there instead of closing ourselves in our homes and getting depressed and feeling like shit helped in that sense. But of course there were people who were physically getting sick. You could see people coughing. I lost my sense of taste and smell. You knew there was something in the air. There was something. Lakini in terms of the country continuing to work, tourists were coming in now because people were looking.
You guys were coming to TZ as a free place.
Yeah,
like it's the only place you can go.
Bro, guys are going to TZ to have beers
man.
South Africans were coming and they were confused. They were like, what? How come no one's what's going on? Like we're touching, we're dancing, we're having fun. So that was cool, but
and then your economy didn't really take a hit because
things just kept going. The problem is now the death.
Because here immediately they announced COVID, maze, our salos were chopped. Your time nilikuwa hapo standard.
The thing I heard about COVID was a testing.
You guys were on lockdown.
You just be walking in town and you see some random guy putting things in people's noses.
You get a thing would go inside.
You're like, what the hell?
Yeah. So you guys were on lockdown like proper.
Yeah, there's a time we were like on proper. There's a time we could not be outside your house past before
7.
Oh, you had a curfew.
Yeah, so at 7 p.m. You know, 7 p.m. curfew. 7 p.m.
That's crazy.
But you remember, guys used to be like, when COVID, then work during the day.
That's a good point, actually. Why is it?
It's because we're trying to make people not go to bars and places like social.
No social.
Like you just do your job, whatever you want, and then you go home instead of having to socialize after outside of work.
But then where were you your time COVID? But you're still working, huh?
Yeah, I was still working, and then I went to Nyeri, and then the government closed the roads. So I couldn't come back to Nairobi.
Oh, you're stuck there?
I was so happy. I was just so I had to work from home in Nyeri. And you know, like Nyeri is like nothing was happening there. Nairobi was so. In Nyeri, people were just.
Were you guys?
There was still a curfew.
There was still a curfew, of course, but people were very relaxed there. It wasn't too bad. Yeah.
Were you guys okay, like mentally being in a confined space,
it was
like being
time.
By yourself?
It was a tough time for a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
A lot of people found out they don't like their wives, and now
mine died.
Their husbands, man.
Okay, my girlfriend was impregnated.
Really, you guy?
Yeah, so that's the time when it was like locked down kabisa. So I couldn't go to LD because I was doing like a long distance thing. Where I was in Nairobi and then I'd go to LD sometimes. So during that period I suspect after doing the timeline kuongewa ni sawa. Mse aligonga hadi akapeana body. That's how I found out. COVID really screwed me.
So you see, if Magufuli was there, this wouldn't have happened.
But at least they say it saved me the trouble to wait.
You dodged the bullet.
Yeah.
This guy would have been raising some niggas to it.
COVID had Kenyan people horny, man. Like I'm telling you, we were all enclosed somewhere, you can't move, man.
Yeah.
You know, I remember going from Nyeri to Nakuru to get some maze.
Oh, for real, you guys?
Yeah, you know now and I can't come through Nairobi, so I had to go Nyeri, Nyahururu. You know, I had to go behind mountains to come out. I didn't even like that person like that. Hey, but I cherished it, man. I was like, I almost cried that.
Yeah, by the way, like to get.
You called me.
They're like, hey, Taya, you're being very attached. Shut up.
Say you love me.
Shut up.
So what did you think about Magufuli generally?
Bro, the greatest, maybe after Nyerere, like the greatest president we've ever had.
What do you reckon?
For sure. Like,
Tanzanians love that man.
anyone you will ask. And we did not even know how much outsiders also appreciated him. Like the country, when he died, bro, you saw people going on the roads crying. I've never seen such a thing in my life. Mothers are when I wake up vitenge with the putting leaves, branches on the roads. People were escorting. Bro, it rained when the nigga died.
Oh, it rained on that same day?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's like things you don't see, my guy. It was till this day people still.
So was he actually working ama ilikuwa tu? Because he used to have this camera and he stops in the middle of some place. Fires some random guy. Cheki ako wapi mkuu wa ile choo pale? Ako wapi? Cheki.
Mwambie asiwahi rudi, asirege.
Cheki mbona pesa ile choo iko wapi?
You used to do crowd work, baze. Wewe, jina lako nani? Mbona ujolewa? Kusema ukweli haya tafute huyo kijana bibi. Nani mkuu wa mkoa yuko wapi? Haya futie huyo. Peleka huyo kijana kiwandani, apate kazi, nikirudi nipate umeoa. Sawa? Ndio.
Narudi, lazima nirudi.
Cheki. Lazima kama Tanzania tuendelee mbele.
Kazi ni ngumu.
Hapa kazi.
Lazima yani tuyazingatie yale mambo.
And then he has that laugh.
Before he fires your ass,
bro.
But
remember that time when after he became president, Uhuru looked like so happy, and then was like, mazee Uhuru amesikia ati wamepata mtu anaitwa pombe huko. Amefikiria ameshuka Tanzania haraka sana.
So but was he actually working?
He was. Like the funny thing is, in the beginning people hated him because he literally did what no president would do. Corruption is everywhere. That man cut as many for corruption, like government budgets that were crazy high for random things that didn't make sense, that wouldn't help
Tanzania
citizens. Aid. My brother, take it easy.
Bongo aid.
Take it tuna cancel Tanzania AID.
Bongo
manake inaenda kufend.
Yaitwa Bongo
aid. Gay tortoises pale.
Bongo aid.
So
Bongo aid.
So he's working on all this. So what happens is money circulation is tight now. People are not seeing the money that normally is around.
Yeah.
So people are hating. Yo, what's going on? And then after a short amount of time, what he would say would actually be done. He says, I'm going to build a bridge. It's done. I'm going to build a flyover. It's done. I'm going to build a hospital. So then we're like, whoa, we've never seen such a thing. You know how one president will say we're going to build a bridge and then it's going to be finished 3 presidents later.
Yeah.
He would finish that in a matter of months. So people loved him for that, my guy. He was proper working. And then baadaye you're like, kumbe we were wasting money. We did not know how bad things were, and this man was the right man for the job.
But also some Kenyans felt it. Our buddy used to work for the telco in TZ.
Vodafone.
I don't remember. I think it was a Vodafone. So this guy was a very loaded guy. Pre-Magufuli.
Yes.
You guy, when that guy used to be up at chini mada begging for 100 bobs.
So
this guy cut off all deals.
Here's what we say. all the people who were enjoying life pre-Magufuli, corrupt. All those who were doing
all those
who were doing things the right way were fine.
Oh, for real, eh?
I'm telling you. So anyone that had loads amount of money that just didn't make sense, they hated that guy.
Jamhuri ya Tanzania yaibiwa na hawa. Walikuwa na njama ile.
Bro. They hated. He was the president for the people. He made sure like maskini, like the poor people, were able to do business anywhere on the roads, in front of any shop or whatever.
That's not good.
It depends.
Can you imagine guys are nicking their products in front of your shop?
You live in Nairobi.
But
that happens everywhere in Nairobi.
But yeah, it's not a good thing.
But here's the thing. It's not a good thing for you. Think about that person now. You see? So he was for
the doing stand up in front of the laugh bar. Hapo nje. Check yo, what up guys?
Hata msingie huko ndani.
Kuna hapo.
Ushai kwa ma 3.
Bro,
but it helps the local man, I guess.
It helps the local, the person who doesn't have the qualifications, the person who doesn't have the capital to do something big. Bro, they just need a place to do business. So before they were not allowed, they would get kicked off the streets and all that. He took care of those people.
Do you still call matatus daladala?
Yes, daladala.
Okay.
It is.
Daladala is not a motorbike?
No, daladala is
motorbike. Si boda.
Oh my lord.
Motorbike and boda.
Yeah. You guy didn't know.
He thinks the sound it makes is
you know, you guys don't have tuk-tuks, Bajaj.
We do.
Wapi?
Mombasa sana.
Okay. Nairobi, nothing.
Ziko but si mingi sana.
Kitengela ziko.
Kitengela, Rongai, like the suburb ya kuna.
Okay.
Yeah.
What big
so do you think he was they did him in because of COVID?
And who's they specifically?
See the globalists.
In you mean what?
Into a grave.
Bro,
what are guys on the ground? What are the rumors swirling
on
around?
the ground?
Wanasema nini?
Kwa ground, sio mimi. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Of course.
Ni maneno ya ground.
Kwa ground, people truly believe something was off.
Do they know who? Do they have suspicions on who did it?
The higher powers,
the globalists,
the higher ups.
Kwani hakuwa na nyota?
Walizima.
Nyota ilizima.
For sure alikuwa na nyota.
Alikuwa na nyota lakini
globalists hawatambui nyota.
Unajua ni watu wa climate change.
Because here's the thing, you're pissing off the wealthy, you know? You're pissing off the people that were running this show. And they're not just going to sit and watch you do what you want to do.
Especially those deals you've taken away.
Big deals, bro. And that man, remember, he wasn't also big on traveling to foreign countries.
Yeah.
He wanted shit done. So now you've already pissed off the people on the inside and then people on the outside.
There's something you're doing with the ports, right?
Ports.
The Tanzanian, the Dar port.
Yes. I don't remember much about that.
I don't know if he took away the deal from the Chinese.
He did.
Something.
Like, he just wanted us to be the ones in charge of everything. You know?
I think 20 years of that guy, you guys would have really overtaken us over here, man.
20 years of that guy. Okay. Sour.
You don't think so?
I mean, that means you're dictatorship.
No, I'm saying that style of leadership.
Oh, yeah. That style of leadership, for sure.
Over a long period of time.
For sure.
Although some guys reckon that he was a dictator. Have you ever met such folks?
But the Tanzanian constitution allows you.
Huh?
The Tanzanian constitution allows you to be a dictator.
Most of these guys who work for these NGO guys in Kenya, they really don't like Magufuli.
Of course, like if you're not any authoritarian leader, like I'll take away your freedoms for the economy. Like choose this day whom you will serve.
Human rights or development.
Human rights, order.
It really
Kagame style.
He was also the president that we needed at that time. You need someone to take charge. Yule alikuwa mwanaume. You know how we're supposed
and
to.
And that's why someone like Matiang'i is popular now. People are like, how dare you? Like, no. In terms of chaos, people will always look to authoritarian people because they represent order.
Who's this Matiang'i?
Yeah, he's an aspirant.
I think he had some Magufuli style of
so he was a very orderly, but he used to kifua, like our education sector was bad. People used to cheat in exams.
It was not bad. Those people who did not cheat, it was bad for them. But for us who cheated,
ulifeli.
Bro, so in life there's people who are born to be leaders and the people who are just born to follow. once we see
why room ukiangalia vile anakaa ku lead na anakaa ku follow ban
nyote unaona nyote kwa
is the door unlocked
kwani hauna nyota ya ushujaa
mwanaume
ni mwanaume so that's it my guy. Sometimes someone who's when people believe in you and you're doing the right things and we're seeing it.
But how come these leaders all have cameras trailing them and recording them, leading in quotes?
No, if you're
like Matiangi.
Yeah, because
check it. Imewaka. Hey, what is happening here? What is going on? Why are these people sleeping in such place?
Image is important. Image is more important than anything.
Yeah,
people just need to see that.
So they know how to utilize the,
of course,
the media.
Image is very important. If you're a dictator, you have to curate an image.
Yeah.
You are like you can't let any random news about you okay. You have to control what is about you that you're okay happen.
Yeah. It's a tough job.
Ama aje the people you don't respect as human beings wanakuambianga aje.
So how do you think are we going to have another Magufuli anytime soon?
Hey man, I don't think so. The truth is kwa ground we are very we're not feeling it at the moment. We're not optimistic. We hope so, but it's going to take another, I don't know, 20
it's gonna take some time to get
years.
Me away.
Yeah, man.
Alrighty, just to flip it, Bashir ulikuwa nataka kuleta time maneno ya P Diddy maze. You guys bana, P Diddy is about to come out of jail, bruh.
I don't like how you made me look like I'm the Diddy expert. What do you think about it?
You know today we have a freak of expert.
Now setting up Bash to ask his question.
No, me have been following this Diddy saga ever since it started. I think it's taken like 7 weeks of now like the prosecution presenting evidence, witnesses and all that, and now the cross-examination, the defense, so I think the verdict was announced yesterday. I think yesterday, and so my question first is like is the Kenyan system the same way? Like do we have like a jury? Like do we have the same legal process as the US ama yetu ni?
No, what happens in America there's something called the court of fact and the court of law. So the jury is the court of fact. It's the one that says, okay, this and this thing happened. When he does that, now the judge is left to say, now if you've told me he's guilty, now let me apply the law. Let me tell you what happens when this and this is guilty. Or you can tell the jury, this evidence does not count in this year.
Yeah.
Kenya Kitambo used to have jurors called assessors. Uko in the 70s, we used to have assessors.
Okay.
And then, but Saiku...
so it was the same system?
Yeah,
right?
It was very similar.
So a couple of guys,
yeah.
So they're called in and then you become an assessor.
Yeah. So, but now it became very expensive here, and people are not that willing to
assess.
In America, it's duty. It's called jury duty.
Yeah.
You better show up.
It's not voluntary.
Yeah,
right?
It's not voluntary. You have at least once in a while you have to show.
Are they paid?
I don't know if they are paid, but I know they are. During that period, their welfare is catered for.
Okay.
Where you see,
Mangeli, naweza piga jury duty tano.
No, tumekublackboard.
Yeah, because the point of a jury in Akuanga. Kitambo, when the people who used to be judges were very high level, they were lords uko Britain. So people used to say, these people don't understand my life. So you were saying, I want to be judged by a jury of my peers.
All right.
I want to be judged by people who, if they were in the same situation as me, what would they have done? So not after a random guy to hear your case, because a judge from up there will not understand why you did the thing you did.
Okay.
So that's why you're saying I want to be judged by a jury of my peers.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So that was why the jury system showed up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like watu wakue, I want people who live a life that's similar to mine to judge what they would have done in my situation. Yeah.
So another thing I saw is, I mean, for all the counts that he was being, okay, is it charged with? Is it like charged with?
Yeah.
Like there's the racketeering, there's the sex trafficking, then now the transportation. So it's not that he's not. Because the two of them, racketeering and sex trafficking, is not guilty.
Yeah, he's been
but he's also not innocent. So I want you to explain this. Like in Kenya, we have you're either innocent or guilty, right? Pia
not guilty.
Counts.
So what is that? Because me sometimes I fail to understand the law because I'm like, is it really for the people? Because like a bad person can just walk away because
you see the thing is our system is very adversarial. Ni kama pair states. It's who has the better arguments. Who did you prove beyond reasonable fact? And criminal cases have a higher threshold of, you see, it's not enough to say Hamis stole. We need to come and say, I saw him steal. That person will say, yeah, I also saw him steal, right? Like the threshold for criminal cases, I'm about to lock you up for life. Like it can't just be on a whim.
Yeah.
And so now lawyers kazi yao ni kutafuta hizo loopholes za create reasonable doubt around the situation. So with P Diddy it was like, yes, he was this freak off, but no one was forced to be him. That the lawyers would argue that these are just adult activities. Like judge him for being a freak, but don't call him like an abuser,
sex trafficker.
That's why losing like being not guilty on the racketeering was a big thing, right?
Yeah, because racketeering was when that RICO would have meant a life sentence. Yeah. So the ones he got in knew was of like he transported was the transport for Casey and the other babe. Those two counts. Yeah.
Bash was asking ni kama kutuma fare.
It's not exactly kutuma. It's like you can surprisingly.
But I'm working on that bit. Mtu asichukue.
Nimeko credit.
Because if you look at what the witnesses would say, it would be because Diddy was trying to prove that those women were active participants in the so even when the witnesses would come and say, then the Diddy's side was trying to tell them, see even Casey also came and threatened you, akasema usipokuja hapa utakipata. So like trying to make these women look like they were active participants in this.
Okay.
In this issue, you see. So and you see this case opened up because last year there was something in New York that said walifungua nini for at least 1 year. If you've ever been assaulted or sexually, come and report it. Like for many years, like there's something called like kuna mahali unaweza fika inaitwa statute of limitations. Huwezi kuja nasema nilikuribia 1991 sana nipelekwe jela. We need to have a certain level of
so how long is that? It depends with the crime.
Yeah, it depends on the crime.
Okay.
So New York walitoa statute of limitations on sexual nini. But in case it ever happened to you before, even if it happened to you if you are alive in the 40s, we can revive that case.
Damn.
You see, so that's why all those allegations came around that time. So people could so Basito had been around that time where Casey had already settled privately. Nilipwe ni nyamaze. You see. But now the thing is, now when it became a public criminal issue, now the state can compel you.
Oh, you're summoned.
Yeah, you are summoned. You're there they call it subpoenaed.
Oh, okay.
You've been subpoenaed. A subpoena is a summon. Is a summon to come. You have to. You are required to come and testify before.
So he's guilty of what and what now?
He's guilty of the things. He's guilty of 2 counts of transporting women for prostitution, transporting Casey and the other one for prostitute services.
Oh, okay. It's illegal there.
Yeah.
But now when you say
even
for
here.
the purpose of prostitution,
even here.
Yeah.
See, Casey was like the girlfriend, the partner. Is it still prostitution?
So wait. So if you get a chick to come to your digs.
No, you see, he facilitated the prostitution. Like he either gave guys money, let our madam.
Kuja na madem.
So kuja na madem is it?
Kuja na mapi, okay.
And nasema, especially if wanasema, if any one of those incidents was not consensual. You see, if it can be proved that those girls did what they felt either forced, coerced to show up for that.
Ingekuwa sex trafficking sasa.
No, that's the work of the lawyers. No, that's why they say they were drugged or
kabla wakam.
Or some people would be beaten or some would be threatened. Wambiwe, si last time ulikuja you better come ama your career is on the line, If I can show there was one incident where you twisted my arm, I was not willing, but you used either force, ama threats, ama coercion to bring me down. Hapo ndio inakuja sasa mambo ya assault.
But mimi nasikia hizi like whatever is left might not really stick, right? Like he might get
it's just that he got
a couple of years.
That was the least sentence. Like those are the cases that were usually the
more serious
the two big ones are the ones they did not prove.
Yeah. So you might get like 20 years max.
I don't think itapita mbao.
But the judge gets to like now this is the final question. Wanasema now you have the jurors ndio. Then they agree if you're either guilty or not guilty. Then so judge only like ukisema a maximum of 20 years na maanisha judge haizi pitisha 20 years.
The law will either give you a minimum or a maximum.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But 20 years is still a lot.
But I don't think you get 5. Another 5.
And then it's the same judge
because they've denied him kulipa bail and was willing to pay 1 million bail nijitoe.
At least already digs.
But
another freak off. With willing participants.
Check it, take that.
Who outside the court the one the guys
videos. Yeah,
the guys
that's
dancing
crazy.
Baby
single-handedly. If you're given baby oil value.
Here's my question though. You still listen to PDD?
This guy plays P Diddy all the time.
That was
radio.
not the question.
P Diddy and R. Kelly. So I'm not a willing participant in listening.
The way
I'm being coerced.
If you go to 2 and 3, you're
The guy, R. Kelly sasa.
Step in the name of love.
you're a Diddy.
But we love the music, but not the deeds.
bro, the music is the problem, bro. Nah.
So you cancelled R. Kelly and Diddy?
No, me. No, listen. Me, I'm not sick. Me, I'm not like other people. Me, I only listen to one of them.
You can listen to both.
Can't listen to both. If you listen to both of them, you
On the same night.
on the same night.
But if you really-
same playlist.
So which one do you listen to?
R. Kelly.
The one who pees on small guys.
Afadhali Diddy. You guys.
Ignition, my guy. Ignition.
What is your criteria? I think you should choose the lesser evil. Why are you choosing the worst evil?
Yeah, like what?
But I feel like this guy is really
15-year-olds
like most of
doing
our
people,
most of our childhood superstars were just doing crazy
Disappointing
things.
us, bro.
Yeah, man.
No, it's
Yeah,
because there's no accountability. Unajua when you're popular, you can almost do anything, and guys are like, "Yeah, but tunaelewa."
Yeah.
And then the problem with those Americans, they wait for you to like do so many evil things,
Yeah.
and then now they come arrest you.
No, it's because everyone has a time they'll fall.
Yeah.
So I can't hit you at your peak.
Yeah.
So ukienda tu hapo sasa ni tunaenda at retirement package.
You guy, Maze. So Maze Tai, how are you feeling about your show, Kesho, man? Are you this is like your number what special, no?
3.
Third, eh? Yeah. Congrats, man. You guys, you're killing it. You and Eden Abdi, I think it's
I did be in Kenya last year. Then this year I did Acha Niseme Nitoke.
that was at the Laugh Bar, right?
Yeah. I did it for two nights.
Oh, okay.
And then this one will be Millenial In Denial.
But this one is slightly different because you have other acts opening.
Yeah. No, yeah. Even that one's had other acts opening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, being Kenyan because I was limited with time, I only had a man opening.
Mm-hmm.
But
which man?
Jagde. So
Yeah, the man.
Low hanging. Cheki sikuweza kuresist.
and then Acha Niseme Nitoke, I had Justine and Munene because they do a lot of political stuff. And Titus.
Oh, and that one was sort of
was very
themed.
politically themed. That's the one I'm in court for.
Yeah. It was around Mandamano time.
Yeah, so around Mandamano time when I was talking about what was happening in Mandamano and everything. And then
It was sold out, you guys. This guy was killing it.
Really?
Huh? Yeah, man.
The one where you did 2 shows? Sold out?
yeah.
Oh,
Both of them I did too.
oh, really?
Yeah, even in January I did this weekend and that weekend.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Big ups, man.
Yeah,
Let me just say, Wamba, I have performed with this man in TZ. Killed it.
Damn.
Killed it, man.
You guy, man. Shout out! I saw him dancing before performing.
Let me tell you. Do you know how these guys do comedy? I was so shocked when I went there. So you know the one of the requirements for me kupita pale and not pay tax for showing up was I have to show I'm doing a good service to the people of Tanzania by I'm going to like naenda kukuza kipawa cha uchishi.
So that's what you say?
Yeah. Like, for them to bring me and so I can just walk around and say, when they ask, are you here for
Work
business
permit,
or pleasure? So my was like, oh, we're bringing this guy because you have to go and do a workshop with the younger comedians.
Oh, okay.
Right? That time when I went. So when we went to these guys, we'd sit in small, in somewhere like we had called class. These guys, they used to do the workshop by the beach. So there's a wave sound. Yani mawimbi ya piga. So for them, they don't even practice the jokes first. They first practice energy. I was so shocked. They were like, we start the show like, have you ever wondered? Apana, tukusikie, we don't feel you, we don't. So for them,
it must be, have you ever wondered?
Yeah, so like the waves can't speak louder than you.
All right.
Like so, they first need to feel your presence before. Like so, they are such good performers.
Oh, okay.
And then we went to Chris Mapane. As well, and now even him is before he goes and sings with everyone. Hype. And then me, I'll come from a linear of like the joke will work for itself. So like, but then I had to change now. But then so by the time I was doing my second show, be like the
But did you feel the difference?
Of course, man. It was so awkward the first time I did it. Yeah, but then eventually they I feel they feed off your energy. You see the way an old savior does it. So for them they are very big on energy. Yeah. So uko kwao Tanzania, even before the joke happens, they need to see you perform.
Okay.
If you're not using this, see, I was there. I'm seeing Ahmed doing push-ups. Joe Gracious is lying down doing. I'm like, I'm
just a whole energy.
Yeah, it's
creating.
And that lineup was just packed with niggas with energy. Because it was Deo, Chris Mapane, Dogo Pepe. Who else? This guy.
I had to now there because I was like, I can't go there.
But your style is pretty chill.
I feel like I'm in between. Yani the days.
These days when you see him, is very.
Yeah.
He's using the whole stage. He's walking everywhere.
No, but do you do the same stuff like when you get on?
No.
Even in TZ?
What I do is I just like to greet the audience like with some energy, kiddo.
Okay,
like, how you guys doing? And then I proceed. But I am quite active on stage.
Okay.
Yeah. Mwanzoni I wasn't like because I learn. I'm watching Deo, I'm watching Pepe, Chris Mapane, and those are the guys that then advise me. Like, bro, do something. The jokes are fine, but your presence.
The stage presence.
So that was the problem when I was with Chris Mapane hanging out. My brother, you're funny, but the jokes work. But your problem is that we don't feel you. We don't feel you when you're on stage. You just sit and we stand at one place the whole time, and you're like, bro, you are doing the impression. No, learn the stage, love the stage, my brother. So now, by that time I was doing it, and I was now walking across the stage, and then we are there. And then I hold myself. I'm doing.
Oh, you're feeling.
Now the thing with the Tanzanian audience, they don't hide their laughter. Kenyan audience is like, you have to prove faster. Are you really funny? Or I just got there a good time, So it's like, so the Tanzanian audience, if they like you just from day one, like if you're new, you're fresh, they don't hide that they are laughing at your jokes. Kenya, it's like, kuna ile kupima. Let's see what this guy has to offer for. So I think the thing that Tanzania, the audience gives you the energy back. So you guys know when you're a comedian, you're getting a lot of energy and you're not feeling it from the way how you come out, like you feel like you're so tired, like what was I doing on stage? Remember when you were trying to do the roasts and you were trying to warm up the crowd? Like I used to watch the energy drain from your face, and I'm like,
true. But I think also Churchill shows a lot of that energy.
So
you have to come out with
vibe. It's a thing that we have, kwa kweli, and that's why that show I will never forget, my guy, because you had dope comedians on, and then everyone brought their A game. It was just, imagine a show where the host is Chris Mapane, the opener is Deo. Those two guys should not follow each other like that.
And I was closing,
bro.
So you had to bring it.
Yeah, Maze was headlining.
Check it.
You're wearing that yellow sweater.
No. The yellow sweater. And my polka dot black shirt.
Oh, okay. So what do you think about the scene in Nairobi, man?
Nairobi is hands down my favorite place to perform. I've performed in, of course, Dar es Salaam. I've performed in Cape Town, South Africa. I've performed in Uganda. But Nairobi, so far, my favorite. There's, your people are just, in my opinion, more informed, more up to date. They get the
ngoja sifa ziishe.
Sijasema kitu, please continue.
No, it's just a better, in my opinion, it's just a better audience, my guy. It's a feeling that I don't get in Dar, but over here it's lovely, man.
Si uhame ukuje huko, man.
And now there's a lady in the picture
who's Kenyan.
Hey, you guy.
Mulima. Sana Mulima.
You Mulima.
Hey. We'll see. I'm not. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see how things go. You know these relationships, though, they're not.
No, you can't talk to me and tell how the show is done.
So we'll see how things go, man.
You've done the Cape Town circuit.
Yeah,
it's also really dope there, right?
Fire, my guy. Those guys have an open mic every day of the week, Monday to Monday. Not that I'm exaggerating. Like literally, you can wake up and just decide today I'm going to perform, and there's something for you to.
How long were you there for?
I was there for, I think, 6 days. I did like 9 shows.
What's up with you guys and South Africans? You guys really love each other, man.
Who in South Africa?
Like us guys, like Tanzania and SA. You guys have some sort of
bro, the national anthem is the same.
Yeah, man.
Really?
Then you guys, us, it's just the other day when we got, like, you can go to South Africa without a visa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I've never noticed it. Maybe because Mimi, I was always like, uko southern parts of Africa, and then nimerudi East Africa. So I haven't seen it like that.
In fact, the few times I've gone to say it's Tanzanians who happen to have seen me somewhere, like on Churchill
really?
Show or something.
Hey.
So, but I think it's because I think Nyerere gave the ANC people refuge.
Yeah. He gave
but our guy lingered you guys.
Our guy not only lingered, our guy was the one who, when the whole world was trying to make the apartheid government like a pariah, Moi was the one to be like, he welcomed the upper
board.
government. Yeah,
For
like,
real?
hey, FW Clark.
What the heck was he doing with them, Kun?
Senior, you know us, our politics is different. After the more Western, I see we are good. So South Africa did not forgive us for a very long time.
Man.
The year I went to South Africa was the year we became visa free.
You guys, we had to beg for that stuff.
Yeah, because I remember and I was
Take our president. Aya, sawa, it's okay.
Ruto, it happened when Ruto became president, like his first year.
Yeah, I remember, and then I thought to myself, how had they not allowed? Because I didn't understand. Since we go without a visa.
So what we had to do, you had to take your passport someplace in Westlands and leave it there for a couple of days.
Pay
then
money.
They give you.
Pay money.
Yeah.
And then they'll come and tell you if you're fit to go to their country.
And then you have to take your bank statements.
Yeah.
So according to the money there, they'll choose how many days they'll give you.
Kumbe. What, are you serious about this?
Yeah, for real.
So why is he laughing?
But let me tell you, since we were Funguliwa in South Africa, my guy almost every Kenyan has been to SA.
Yeah.
Like people just visit Cape Town took Crazy Kenyans and brand ambassador. Like the amount like the amount of Kenyans, like they had like 4 Kenyan brand ambassadors advertising Visit Cape Town.
I thought just Kenya was just going for vibes.
No. He was an ambassador.
Shit.
Like the amount of Kenyans who now went down to Cape Town. When I was in Cape Town, we were just running the street. I saw a guy I knew.
For real, you guys. So they're making money off the middle class here.
I think Kenya is now the country from Africa, other than Zimbabwe, Botswana, that South Africa has tourists from the most. African,
but that's cool,
but Cape Town is dope, man.
And that's how it should be. Why should we struggle to visit like fellow African countries? That doesn't make sense to me.
And you don't realize how many South Africans are in Kenya until you take Vafa to BND.
For real?
Hey, my brother, you are here, bro. Like, you guys talk normal, bro. Like, what's up?
This is not your country.
Food sake. Like, no.
So there are many, yeah?
There are many.
Black South Africans.
Yeah, black South Africans.
Oh, man. But I love Cape Town. I don't like Joburg, though.
Why?
It feels scary.
Joburg is like Nairobi, and then...
I know, it's like downtown Nairobi.
And then Cape Town is like Mombasa if the Arabs never came.
But Cape Town is the most dangerous place. What do you mean?
No, compared to Joburg. Eish. You guys, Cape Town, you can walk around. The Joburg, Maze, you
it's
can...
where he was walking in Cape Town.
Where were you?
No, I was in...
Cape Town.
I didn't go to the Cape Flats, but in the CBD you can walk. Okay, the feeling I was feeling in Cape Town wasn't the one I felt when I went to Joburg.
Okay.
Joburg, I was walking and I'm tense.
You're tense, yeah.
You know, like I'm like, yo, is this guy trailing me? Even if you're in a cab, you're feeling like the other guy is trailing you. Like there's some fear in the air.
Okay.
And even had Bob Coleman talking about it. You're saying in Nairobi at least he can drive with his car, his window down. But when he was in Joburg, the window was always up.
Yeah, I thought Cape Town was the most... I don't know. And we performed in some shady places. I performed in a place where it's like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. It's an open mic. And in that venue where I'm performing, there's a guy getting a tattoo. Hapa.
At the same time?
Yeah. I'm performing as a guy getting a tattoo. Hapa. And then there's a woman who's breastfeeding. And she has another child that's running around. And then there are these colored guys who just walk in. And they look gangster, those Cape Town gangster.
No, you just do the joke.
And then you're supposed to perform, bro. And I'm like, I've never seen such a chaotic venue like scene. I finished performing, and then after
you remember the name of the venue?
I don't remember the name of the venue. I remember the name of the guys who organized that show.
Oh, okay.
Comedy House, I think it's called the Comedy House. Or the Comedy House, something like that. And then after I finished Badai, the guy who was getting a tattoo comes and says, yo man, dope set. I'm like, you were listening? Like you were this guy was like this, getting a tattoo, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. This guy did a colored room, right?
Yeah.
But
that
you killed it, though.
What is it called?
I don't remember. It was at a place...
at the back there's like a Budweiser thing, right?
Yes.
How was your drive to that place?
Bro, it was so weird because the way in Kenya you see like black spot. This is a black spot for a road. Like accidents can happen. You can get robbed here.
For real?
Bro, the people we're with were South Africans, and they're telling us we were rolling up the windows. Don't use your phone. Keep your hands like... You're like, if they're this scared, how should I feel? Bro, but it's such a dope room.
They love, like you know that I'd first gone to like almost a very whitish room, and they were very like woke, or like you can't say this. They introduced themselves with pronouns, of course. So when I went to the colored room, I wasn't very excited. But then they were like, they want to hear the nastiest
jokes, bro.
The racist shit. Like that's what they paid for. Yeah, bro.
Jokes, man. They are there for it, so it's really dope, man.
Yeah, and then but the way I think it's also very fearful. Honestly, my first stages there, I used to feel very fearful. Like I felt like these guys were so much better than me.
Yeah, even me. I'm still struggling with that.
Yeah. So and then when you go up, and then I didn't do very well the first stage I was up because I missed my flight the day before, so I didn't get a chance to practice. So I was just going to a big show.
Mitchell's Plain.
Yeah, Mitchell's Plain. That was the place it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also had that self-esteem thing. Yeah. Also, the first time I went there, I bombed heavily.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So it took me many years to even get the courage to go back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the first night I bombed, but I started writing local stuff.
Yeah.
I took some of the things I do here, thinking they'll kill there, but whoa, you guys, they killed me.
When was this? Which year?
Last year.
Really?
Last year.
Okay.
So it was a learning. But I like the way Nairobi now. We have Nairobi. We have you guys in Dar.
Kampala guys.
Yeah, we have Kampala with the Marabou.
Laughing.
We need a proper. I think we need a proper.
We have a circuit.
We need a proper Kigali room now.
Yes.
Yeah. They have their comics, but they don't have like a room.
Okay.
Wonder if you can get Namibia, so you just like drive down.
Yeah.
And you just do rooms all the way.
Those South countries, all of them, they flock around South Africa like it's their mom.
Yeah.
Namibia, like Zimbabwe, you can find here and there, but Zambia, like Namibia, Botswana, all of them, they're very. Like things happen, like you meet people in South Africa trying to make it big from those countries.
True. All right, so you guys, Maze, all the best with your showcase. How long are you doing, bro?
Probably 45 to an hour.
45 to an hour.
Yeah, I'm planning an hour, but we'll see how that goes. You know how sometimes the vibe is.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can think you're doing 45, then you end up on stage for 1 hour 20. Then sometimes you can go 1 hour. You're like, after 20 minutes, you realize this one. And when I'm doing a special, I try not to do jokes I've done in other specials.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a lot of jokes, but I don't want people who pay for my specials. I don't want them to feel like I'm
screwing them. Yeah.
Okay.
So what's your prep style? Like just open mics?
It's very athlete. It's not very artistic. It's lazima niandike this amount of minutes. Like this week I've so like, it's demand. Like it's not like, so I think of a topic, I write like I don't have ideas for this. Okay, let me go test it out. What if I perform to myself? Then I see what works, what doesn't land.
Oh, okay.
It's not very inspirational. Like of course I'll hear a thing and then it helps me. But once I write one line of a joke, I have to force myself to how can I squeeze 5 minutes
just
out of
flesh
this?
it out.
Okay. Well, now that's
so the show is happening on
Red Room.
That's 5th.
Yeah,
so
5th
ideally if this episode is gonna drop tomorrow
morning,
it's happening
today.
It's happening
tonight on Saturday at the Red Room. From what time?
Gates open at 6. Show starts at 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How many minutes are you doing, man?
Ty was generous enough to give me 5 minutes. He said he understands that English is a problem for my people.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can work with that.
Oh, okay.
5 minutes is a lot.
All right. Who's running the light?
This man is alive. I've given him 15.
15. He's giving me 15, man. Yeah. So that's it.
Who's running the light, you guys?
We have my people. Look.
Yeah, another thing.
Up, I'm 20 minutes into.
And then I don't mind when people run the light in the killing.
Yeah, but sometimes
you're
it can spill over.
If you're killing, I don't mind.
But it can nyonya the energy for the headline. I think it's just common good practice.
Yeah, I'm saying what's worst is if you're bombing
and you're taking someone to.
So now you're killing the energy for me, for the crowd.
Yeah.
For, you know the crowd does not know how long you are supposed to be on.
Yes.
So that's the crowd is having a good time. I can have a conversation with you like, why did you stay? What was that? You know, like we don't next time. But you're bombing and you're trying to dig yourself out of a hole.
Yeah.
The professional thing is to just stick to time.
Actually, in the States, man, if you run the lights, you might never perform again.
Yeah.
Because you're disrespecting the rest of the guys.
Lakini sisi sasa.
Museveni has run enough lights.
Tanzania light ni rumor, man.
Did you see that general wants to run again for MP?
Of course.
Damn, that guy is he there, you guy?
My guy.
Did you see that guy?
The one who was campaigning in the car must have got.
You're just collecting his stats.
He's shaking as he's walking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That guy is long gone, you guys.
And then the way then the way his hands is moving.
And
the lips. And the lips, bro.
And because he was told he's old now, he's overcompensating. Ever seen when a drunk person is old, he's drunk, the way he tries to show he's not drunk?
Yeah.
So he's doing the same deal.
But those guys are about to have elections. Museveni was collecting his sats juicy. From himself.
Who would deny him?
Jackie, thank you me for the certificates.
Oh, bro.
The thing that makes me laugh is, sometimes we project our ideas on other countries, and most Ugandans are okay with him still.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, but how dare they? When of course, what they do to Kina Besigye and Bobby Wine is wrong. I'm talking about a lot of Ugandans are okay.
Maybe the ones in Shags.
No, you see, yes,
even Moi, the guys in Shags didn't mind Moi.
Yeah, but you see, when elections would be done, that we didn't have 50+1. He'd do it with 200 without he would. Number one was 1.4 million. Number 2, 1.2 million. Number 3, 1.1 million. Then 1.4 million takes everything. So the majority are the ones who are left out. That's why a new constitution had to say you have to have more than half the country to win.
Okay.
Yeah. So now with those places, even when you see the elections, it's like hata hao watu wa Ijabo, you can't talk too much because we need him to get home safe.
Yes.
Yes. You can see the way you frustrate your opposition too much. It's like, if it's just a free and fair, unawina unaenda. In Kenya we have our problems, but no one is ever told you can't campaign, you can't do all those things. Opposition is very arrested just because after elections that's where we have our problems. But before the elections we just let you do your thing.
Yeah, so you guys, so all the best to that general. I hope he wins.
Bro,
take him collecting
niko sawa.
Shout out to Uganda, man.
But I think it's the guys around him want him to still stay there.
Si mbaya, ni wale watu wamemzunguka. That's what the Kenyan phrase.
You guys, cheers, thanks for coming through for
Thank
this
you very much, my brother.
Next time mazee urudi tena bila tie.
Okay, sawa.
Sawa. Tupige tu story bila
Usije bila tie. Ukija bila lawyer utarudi Tanzania.
Hilo nalo neno.
Si Diogratius ni wakili.
Ni wakili, Maybe come with Deo.
But you guys don't worry, we'll get you some Martha Karua, baby.
No, kaka tu huku. No one care. You never heard about Tanzanian being deported at Yamekaa sana huku.
Umeona
But over here, can you stay limitlessly? I mean, you are given 30 days.
In Kenya, the amount of people who live in Kenya illegally. Uzuri, they don't make any fuss. No one really cares. In Kenya, as long as you just mind your business and work no one.
But are you given 30 days at the board?
I don't trust this lawyer anymore.
But are you given 30 days?
The amount of people who live here illegally. We're given, I think, 60 days.
Oh, okay.
Must be something
Kenya, our problem we have is with Nigerians, people from Somalia, and maybe guys from Congo. In South Sudan kidogo. But no one is ever trying to ask Tanzanians and Ugandans that how long have you been here for? They are very because Tanzania, it's Uganda. He's probably having a shit time in this country. That's
here you can just check in with your ID, right? You don't need a passport.
No, I need a passport
to come to Kenya.
Yeah.
There's no East Africa in Jumuiya.
See the passport ya Kenya ni East African something, huh? The new
But technically you're supposed to just use it. It's because maybe you guys didn't reciprocate.
Technically you can.
Mike,
Tanzania never want us to do anything cool. Whenever we try to do something cool, they always why don't you like us guys? We should be together, you guys.
Yeah, this is a love-hate.
An ambush.
You guys may want to come to that with my ID, you guys. Wonder we'll answer those questions.
Remember when they banned our cuckoos at the border?
You guys, they trauma them.
Check this guy. So just, you'd have just released them into the wild. Release them into the world, just give things. But burning a live chicken, just what?
What do you guys?
Siasa,
no, but we love you guys.
This is siasa.
We like your andugos. We want to.
No, that's oily, man. We love
you
your
are treating us with
soul.
suspicion.
And then you guys have hot chicks,
bro.
Damn, bro. Just now they was scrolling through Instagram. I came across another chick who was whining her freaking waist. You guys.
Let me tell you that country,
bro. See, you come to
that country.
Come to TZ, my guy.
Ask him when I was there.
What is that culture of whining their waist? What is that?
It's not a culture. It's a thing. Or you're asking for a tribe, what?
Yeah, is it like a specific tribe?
Not necessarily, man. It's just our culture. It's just
one
there.
It's
not the Chagas. No, of course when tunasemaga wazaramu Wazaram, those are the ones who are based in Dar es Salaam.
Wazaram.
But it's a thing, bro. Like
it's a regular
thing. Yeah. So wamevaa zile dera zile.
But shida Tanzania is when you go to their clubs, if you're not a local, you don't know who is the escort and you don't know who is just the girl who has come to the club to have fun. So me, the first time I was in Tanzania, this girl starts talking to me. I'm like, so I'm vibing. I'm like, okay, Kiswahili, her English is not that good. And this comedian just came and tapped me. My brother, can I tell you something? That's a hookah, bro.
Stop talking to me.
I felt so sad. I was like,
you get ready to marry her.
I know. I was
Move
like,
to TZ.
I don't have aura. I was just like, I just stood there and then she showed up. No, but eventually I also met other very nice girls there.
TZ, man, we have some beautiful women.
I'm planning my trip to TZ, bruh.
Come through, my guy.
I'm gonna come through.
It's gonna be fire.
Represent the culture, bruh.
Yeah, my man.
What's going to shock you is the prices. You know, the menu. Bacon 20,000.
20,000 for this. Hey, man.
I spent the whole day with the calculator when I was there.
You're doing conversions.
Okay, fine. Let me tell you.
But it's just divide by 20. Actually, I think that works.
Kabisa.
Yeah. But shout out to you guys. Thanks for making time to come through for this pod.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure you guys have pressure for the show tomorrow. All the best to you, Ty.
Thank you, man.
Bash, unasema aje bana? Show, are we tuko na show ama tuna show?
I don't want to speak about it kwa sababu sijui what's going on. This is a developing story.
Itakuwa.
So for now, tokeni wazee show ya Tai. Bedroom tickets
wanna buy Ngachira / Hustle Sasa.
Yeah. Right. I'll be there, maze tutoke by force.
Yeah, man. So,
by fire.
Support our boys.
Tonight,
kutakuwa na baddies.
Yeah.
Kutakuwa na baddies kwa hiyo.
Show yangu imeikosa bad.
Sasa mshasikia basi.
In TZ we ask you, hilo nalo swali.
Nalo swali.
You're at the bar and then you're drinking beer. The beer finishes. The waiter comes. Another one. Hilo nalo swali.
You guy, man.
You should have those phrases. You know, like those are the phrases you told us when we were drinking tea.
Today.
Yeah, yanyweka.
Hey, you guys are gonna drink tea.
You'd kill with those phrases.
The other one that I really like is usiwaze. So when you tell someone something, ama they tell you, and then it's like, what are you even like? Usiwaze. Ishafanyika.
Usiwaze. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll drop those. I'll drop some gems.
I'll just sprinkle them
Please
around.
don't bomb.
Yeah, man.
No pressure.
I can't be the guy who's just feeling pressure. Please don't bomb.
I'll do my best. I'll represent.
All right. Cheers, guys. Follow this brother at what?
Hamis.Mdee on all socials.
Oh, okay.
There is
MDEE. Yeah.
Are you around for a while?
I'm here till Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Just before Sabasaba.
Just before, because I was told.
Yeah.
Cab guy.
The cab guy. In Kenyans, we don't have protest on Monday. We are a Tuesday kind of people. Monday
is.
Oh, really?
Even us, we are too lazy.
I think that protest will bomb.
It will bomb so hard. Jumatatu.
Yeah. Ndio yale mambo. Mganga kasema hatujalogwa. Sisi
si wazimu tu.
See you guys on the next one. Bye.
Hello people of the internet, this is KK here. I'm here with some amazing comedians at the Red Room. We have a show tomorrow for Ty and Ngachira, and I just want to invite all of you guys. Fun story actually, Ty actually hit on my wife in 2016, so I told her not to come. So that's why I need your support. This is why I'm making this video. So please be here tomorrow. Tickets are available on Ty's page.
Hi guys, this is Hamis Mdee from Guys, this is Hamis Mdee from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and I will be performing tomorrow here at the Red Room with Ty and Ngachira, Millenial In Denial. So come, let's listen to this old man who doesn't want to be old anymore.
Hey everyone, I'm Justine Wanda. I'll be performing at Ty and Ngachira's Millenial In Denial special. Get your tickets. I'll see you tomorrow.